believe it. Francis Rossi is groaning at that. What are you talking about?
Oh, it's like showing your
Stuff of
underwear.
legend. Down.
It's just old, yes. I know. Look. I don't look like I'm in the box. You're going to come and look and walk past us like there. He looks lovely, look.
Well, if you're going to have a career that spans 50 years, then there's going to be some songs in there and some absolute classic hits.
The band about to tour again, and for the first time, without, of course, Rick.
Yeah, well, for the last couple of years or so, He was ill towards the end. But
and you've done an explosive new autobiography.
It's a great read, your book. There's some brilliant pictures in here, too. We've got a picture of you as a little baby.
Well, I was one once.
You were one once.
Chubby, with a fat head.
You probably didn't start out your musical career back then, but you did start it at school, didn't you? You formed
I mean, not
the band
long
at
after
school.
that. The idea when I was little, when I was always crying, music did it, and usually as some sort of Italian music, and that's what... Oh, look at him.
Look at you with your little flicky fringe.
That's when I was Mike, because they said that Francis was too gay. Wasn't the word they used, but that's what my manager said, so I became Mike for a while. Mike was quite hip then.
Oh. Those were the days.
That was the day,
when
yes.
people said
things like that. Well, he did call... You have called I Talk Too Much,
yes,
where you tell everything, and you have said that about the album We Talk Too Much.
Yeah.
So you talk about everything,
yes,
don't you?
alcoholism, drug addiction.
Yeah, I loved it, marvellous.
You probably shouldn't say that either. No. But you're beyond all that. You have had a colourful career.
I have,
with
and some people
lowlights.
think I've been too honest. I don't think so. I'm not hiding anything I did. I'm not so proud of it. Some of it I'm ashamed of. So I just talked about it, and it seems to be...
well, one of the things we can talk about, because you said it's interesting being back in this building, in Television Centre, because, of course, this was where Top of the Pops was filmed, and you got up to all sorts of antics.
You're talking about the curry in the roof, aren't you?
Well, yes, I've just heard about that.
The tiles in the ceilings, we used to leave various curries, and every time for lunch we'd have a curry. Various
in your dressing room, basically?
Well, or somebody else's, if you were clever.
Oh!
Why would you leave a curry in the ceiling?
Because we thought we were wild little rock and roll stars. When I said lovely about the Delta Romeo uniform Golf Sierras, I meant that it was ashamed of all that. And I mean, the whole thing about that, I was being sarcastic, lovely, and that's one of the things I'm ashamed of.
Are you?
Yeah, drinking and drugs, not very good.
No.
Was it inevitable, though? Was it inevitable considering the time, the era, and the sort of... Because you loved the idea of being famous and being a rock star.
Yeah.
So was it quite hard to steer yourself away from that, really?
No. The problem being, for me, which is strange about society, it was that alcohol led me to do that. It's odd, because, yes, I wanted to be famous, but there's one side of me that's Jack the Lad and full of it, and the other side of me that's totally insecure. And I'm always trying to get the person down the middle. When I'm the person down the middle, I'm OK. If I'm that one, I'm really...
Right.
Tricky, tough life. That's everybody, isn't it?
So what's performing like now?
You're both looking at me going...
No, I totally get what you mean. We both do, don't we?
I'm not sure we've both been there, to be honest.
No.
I wasn't saying that. I was meaning more the sort of the nerves of the... By the way, that's not a scoop. Neither of us have been there, just in case anyone is watching.
Enjoyed that.
This is the first album, isn't it, that you've recorded without Rick?
No, this is with Hannah Ricard. I've done... the Status Quo haven't done an album yet. We're thinking about it, talking about it, but we'll see. This is an album that I did with a young lady called Hannah Ricard.
Yes.
And a country popish thing. It's just an album, and we thought it was good. People think it's good, and so we try it, you know.
Yeah.
But these days, I actually enjoy the process, whether or not it's going to be successful, whether the song's any good. Enjoy the process of doing it. So I do it.
I know that when people ask you to think about your highlights, there's one moment in particular that you know that they're expecting you to reference, which is the Live Aid. But actually, you've mentioned that actually that wasn't, even though everyone thinks that that was an incredible day for you, actually you were in a bad place at that point, weren't you?
Yeah, the whole band where I was drinking, I think, and the band weren't getting on too well. It was that Geldof used that upstart thing that he was at the time to force us all to do it. It wasn't until we walked on and saw the amount of media that it became, we became aware of how important it was. And the sense of euphoria from the audience was quite unique. Yeah. You never get that, never seen it. And, of course, with all of us so-called rock stars, I couldn't go on after them. No, they can't go on before me. All that was going on. So Rick and I said, we're on first, we're finished, and off we went at 12:15.
Wow.
But no one realised that we would hit every newsreel around the world, which we didn't either.
Yeah.
No one realised what was going to happen that day.
No. It was a pretty special day, wasn't it?
Well, it really was.
So when you look and you think, what is my greatest success and what is the moment that I regret most? What would you say?
Regret is definitely that period of alcohol to cocaine and so on, and probably walking out on my first daughter's mother. And proudest moment, I don't like to go there. There's something... I'm so proud of myself. I'm not really.
But you think honours should be more democratically
more honours, to be honest, rather than...
Yeah.
But I understand, as I said, we maintain that thing. I'm not particularly a royalist, but you have to respect the Queen and things she's done and does do. I really was taken with the woman. Sorry, ma'am.
Did she say anything to you?
Yes, I'll have that off, she said.
Did she?
Is that when you lost the ponytail?
Really? Well, the first time I met, we'd done something and we were at the palace and I said, nice to meet you again, ma'am. She said, do what? And I could see her and her sister in the 50s. That was a very hip expression. People would just say, do what? And so it was really... That was really
She didn't say.
Yes, she did. Do what? She had to... It's lovely. Sorry, ma'am.
Oh, stop it. You'll get us in the tower
I
now.
was watching no water so she could speak.
Yes, yes.
Right.
Never know when you're pulling our leg or not.
I'm safe here.
Francis Ross, lovely to see you.
good
So
to
nice
meet
to
you.
see you.
Yeah.
So you're off on tour talking rather than
I'm just
singing.
talking.
Yeah.
They told you
He
to put
talks
that
too
bit
much.
in, didn't they?
No. That's the reason you're here.
Yes, I'm going talking. Just I'm going to be... There's a Q&A and stuff, and I quite enjoy it because I won't... They want to screen the questions, and I don't think I'm going to have that.
Don't screen the questions.
I want it to be
just ask
contentious.
him anything you like.
Said no swearing, no PC, no going to tangents, no religion, no politics. Good evening, good night.
Yeah. No sex, drugs, or rock and roll.
Well,
Yeah. Who
just,
do they think they're booking?
I don't know.
Lovely to see you.
Thank
All
you.
the very best
Thank
of
you
it.
very
Nice
much,
to
ma'am.
see you.
Great to chat to you.